picture this perfect scene, this perfect suburb scene. Okay, you got the beautiful green grass, the nice duplex, 2-car garage, the sun is shining, the beautiful morning, the dew is still on the grass. It's like Gan Eden. You know, actually that's what the complex is called, Gan Eden. Now, inside one of those homes is Michael, living the perfect life of success. And all of a sudden there's another guy, some guy walking along the sidewalk. He looks in his house and he freaks out. You could see in the window, he looks, and he comes running to the door and he starts banging and banging. Bah, 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 bah. So now Michael, he gets up and he comes running to the door. He opens the door, like, sees this like crazy man screaming, bang on the door. And he's like, "Are you crazy? What are you doing bang on my door at 7 o'clock in the morning?" So the other guy turns to him and says, "What are you, nuts? You don't see? Look, your house is on fire." So Michael's like, "You must be on, I don't know what you're on," but looks back, everything else perfect. "What do you want from me? What fire? What are you talking about? You don't see it? Your house, it's on fire, get out!" And he grabs him, he throws him out of the house. Now the question is, what kind of crazy story is this? What's the point of such a story? What does it have to do with Rav Tzadok wartime Pesach? So listen to what he teaches us. Unbelievable insight in the essence of what it means to what we are hopefully going to participate in and go through on some level this coming Pesach. Now, if we go back to the first Pesach, took place in Mitzrayim. So he's going to teach us about what we call Pesach Mitzrayim. The idea of the Exodus from Egypt. And specifically, we have to appreciate what the word Pesach means. Pesach means to jump, to skip, jumping and skipping. You know, kofetz, that's Pesach. Pesach is an unbelievable idea of breaking out of our place, our limits, and just flying, soaring, running, racing. That's Pesach. That's Pesach. Pesach Mitzrayim. What do I mean? So where were we in Pesach? Where were the Jewish people before the very first Pesach? So we're taught by Chazal that they reached the 49th level of Tumah. One more moment in Mitzrayim, and they would have reached the 50th level of Tumah, and from that point, there is no returning. Finished, done, no more Jewish people. They were in a house burning down to its crisp. The entire foundation and edifice of the Jewish people was basically going to disappear, fall from the bottom. And Hashem saw and understood that, and the Jewish people had to realize that. If we don't move now, we're finished. And this is what Pesach Mitzrayim is all about. It's about breaking free from prison, running, taking risks, doing what you have to do to get out of the clutches of evil and of danger. When a soldier's behind enemy lines, he doesn't have time to rest, relax, think. No cappuccinos, no barbers, no nothing. He's got to, every second, the one more movement, he's finished. He's got to get out of enemy lines. Got to get back in his own land. That's what the Jews were in Mitzrayim. We were in enemy territory. The forces of evil, the Klippa, were so strong, so powerful, they were consuming us. And if we didn't move, we were finished. When someone's chasing you with a gun to kill you, and you're running and you reach a cliff, and in one direction is a bunch of guys with guns, and the other side is the cliff, what are you going to do? You're going to turn to the guns and beg them to have mercy on you? You jump, even if it means risking your life, because staying where you are or turning the other way, it means for sure death. So you have to jump. That's Pesach. Jump for survival. But that's Pesach Mitzrayim. And we were zocher to that. We did it. The Jewish people did it. We made it out. But once we got out, it's a whole other story. Now we go into a Pesach Seder. The very phrase Pesach Seder is an oxymoron. It doesn't make any sense. Pesach means to jump, to fly, to break free, to break boundaries, to jump levels. Seder means to be organized, to be deliberate, to go step by step, don't skip, don't jump, don't miss. So what is this idea of Pesach Seder? It doesn't make any sense. Because The first Pesach was to leave the hands of evil, the clutches of evil, into the realm of Kedusha. But now, Am Yisrael is a nation, we receive the Torah, we're a holy people, and now we're on our turf, on our territory, and in the realm of Kedusha, you don't jump, you don't fly, you don't jump off cliffs to try to reach spiritual heights. Our religion is not about reaching spiritual heights, it's about fulfilling our purpose and building from the ground up this world anew. That's Pesach. Seder. Pesach Lidorot, future, all the Pesachs after the first one is about the step-by-step process of building and rebuilding ourselves, the world, and of course, till we see Mashiach coming. And that's the difference. There's the Pesach Mitzrayim, it represents the idea of jumping away from evil. But Pesach Lidorot, with the Pesach Seder, is the gradual, deliberate, meticulous climb step by step of spiritual heights to reach the level of tzaddik and all the different levels that we're meant to perfect and complete, our midot. And that is the connection between the Yetziat Mitzrayim and the immediate beginning of counting Sfirat HaOmer, which we counted down 50 days until we reached the Har Sinai and received Hashem's Torah. Those 50 days of counting represent this idea of the Seder and the Hadraga, the measured, calculated, step-by-step fixing and preparing ourselves to be a vessel to receive Hashem's Torah and to be His emissaries and ambassadors in this world.